I haven't done one of these Ask Me Anything videos in such a long time, and so I asked over Instagram and here on YouTube in the community tab if you have any questions regarding makeup, myself, my life, whatever. And what I learned, these you can ask me question things, they do not go very well here on YouTube. I got like 3 or 4 comments under that post, but I don't know, how many did I get on Instagram? 6, 9, 12, 18. 18 on Instagram and 2 or 3 here on YouTube. So lesson learned. But the good thing is that I will be able to probably talk about every single question. And there are some cool questions. So somebody, for example, will ask me if I can show some pictures of my younger self, and I found some. So just be aware of the fact that this is going to be a wild video, and in that video I'm also going to use products that I either haven't used yet. I have been on a very bad shopping spree lately, so I have a lot of products that I haven't tried yet. Some really gimmicky, some that I bought even though I know they had bad reviews, but I just wanted to know myself. Some really exciting ones, and I can already tell you for the makeup of today's eyeshadow look, I will be using one of the Shenyang, I really hope I said that right, the smaller palettes. This is the number 7 Stealing Hearts. I mean, look at this. Oh, it looks so pretty. I moved a bit to the side so I can put up the questions again over here, and now we can start, but first some drink. This is Paulaner Spezi. If you don't know what Spezi is, it's the most incredible soft drink out there. This is Coca-Cola and orange lemonade mixed. By the way, I went through my backup drawer and look what I found in my backup drawer. Yes, drugstore. These are e.l.f. putty primers. I bought them, I'm pretty sure 3 years ago, but they're closed, so I haven't opened them yet. So, it says 6-month shelf life, but I don't think they are bad, so don't judge me, please. I want to use them because, not today, because I have something else I want to use as primer, but these are the only drugstore primers that ever got me, because these putty things, e.l.f., amazing. I even found some e.l.f. brow pencils that I definitely am going to use up before I buy new ones, because these e.l.f. Instant Lift, the white ones, are great. I bought the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skim Water Powder Serum. I read in comments from people who tested and reported back that this is really bad, but I need to know for myself. So let's start with the very first question, that is, what would you suggest as a start out makeup kit for newbies? I think that is quite a hard question, because I truly believe it all depends on what level of start out do you want to do. Oh my god, this is so weird. But in general, I would say take a good primer. Like, I'm talking about a primer that is not doing anything for the skin at first. Maybe something like the MAC Skin Base or the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. These are awesome primers, but they do not change the appearance of your skin. Look for a nice foundation. Get a good color match. Go to somewhere where they match your color professionally. And I'm honest with you, I don't know how your experience is, but mine was the best at MAC. When I was at a MAC counter for the very first time, I don't know, like 13 years ago, they matched me and it was heaven. I never felt matched before like that. And other than that, I'm honest with you, when I just think back of my time getting into makeup, starting out with makeup, take it simple actually, because I think the makeup world can be super overwhelming. So what I want to say is, take a nice primer that is for your skin, get a good foundation, a nice brow product, a good mascara, and then just when it comes to eyeshadow or something, go with something simple. Just saying. Take something simple that you can start out practicing with, and then you can, I don't know, like evolve, and then you can learn and you can get better, but start out with something very simple. My very first high-end eyeshadow palette was actually the Urban Decay Naked 3. That was a good one just to start out with good eyeshadow. By the way, my skin feels like a matte, dried velvet. I'm very curious how this works with foundation. Don't get so much into all the like, oh my god, you need this, you need that on TikTok and stuff. I'm honest with you, if you are starting out with makeup, TikTok is the worst place to watch out for recommendations. Because all TikTok is doing is basically, I don't want to say they're promoting overconsumption, I just want to say that every day there is something else that somebody on TikTok is telling you that you need that. And I think if we're not talking product specifically, when it comes to base product, don't feel the pressure to have everything. If you find out, oh my god, I don't like a powder blush, then don't buy powder blushes. If you, on the other side, found out, I don't like cream blushes, or I don't like blushes at all on my face, nobody's forcing you to wear it. I don't think there is a good makeup starter kit. I think there are tips on how to explore this, and the best tip is to follow your gut. If there is something that does just not speak to you, but I don't know, 10 beauty gurus on YouTube are wearing it, don't feel forced to do that too. If you don't feel good in it, if you don't like the way it looks, if you don't see yourself wearing this, then just don't. For the longest time, I didn't wear any lip product. I only wore lip balm or clear gloss because I felt like lip product looked so weird on me. And now I'm in my black lip phase, so it just sometimes takes time. When did your love for makeup begin? I guess when I was like 13 or 14, when I kind of went into my emo phase and I started out with pink eyeshadow and a black kohl all around my eye and mascara and shit. That was probably the moment when I really fell in love with makeup. And I evolved in that time. My makeup skills got better or not so good, depending on what I did. But I kind of fell out of love in my early 20s and stopped wearing makeup at all. That had a lot to do with the job that I was doing. I was very not motivated. I was very, very unhappy at that time. But then something good happened at my job. I was promoted and I felt motivated again. I felt seen and I wanted to show that. I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to show the world that, hey, this is me, see me, accept me the way I am. And at that point, I remember that was, how old was I? 25, 26, something like that. At that point, my makeup collection was a lot of drugstore. And for example, I had like all the e.l.f. bite-sized shadows because I really liked them. I still do like them. So don't get me wrong, the e.l.f. bite-sized shadows, great. But I, for whatever reason, also kind of went back into the beauty community and I started to discover all these amazing high-end brands and luxury brands. And then over the course of like 2 years or so, I turned over my whole collection. And I would say that was the moment that I really, like really deeply fell in love with makeup. I was in love with makeup before. For example, when I moved here to the Baltic Sea area when I was 23, I was knee-deep into the beauty community. I was full on 2016, 2014, 2015, whatever beauty community vibe. But I didn't live that. I watched it, but I wasn't that myself. And now, I just in the past 2 or 3 years, really got into it. I found out what I love and I accepted that trends change and that I change too. For example, 5 years ago, you could have given me a Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette and I would be the happiest girl ever. I tried it 2 years ago. It's shit. And now I love Asian makeup. I love black lipstick. Oh my god, I love gothic Chinese makeup. And that will probably change in a year or two, or maybe in half a year. But You know, that is just what I love about the makeup community. You can go with the trend, but you don't have to. And you just can be somebody else every day, or just even better, like it is for me, I can be myself every day. Does your husband finally know what you do? If you are new here or you have never watched one of those Ask Me videos here, my husband, my wonderful husband, he knows what I do, but he's never seen a single video, a single photo. He doesn't even know what's my name on here. Quick backstory. I had a mildly successful food blog from, I don't know, 2018, 2019, I don't know, until last year. Yeah, until last year, something like 4 to 5 years I did this. And with mildly successful, I mean that in my peak times, I had 12,000 followers on Instagram. I had a couple sponsorships going on, I had affiliate codes, and I actually made money out of this. So my business here in Germany, when you do this, you of course have to say you have a business, and you need to get a little paper that you are now self-employed, or in my case, I'm the tiniest self-employed unit that is possible here in Germany. And I think I did this in 2021 when my first paycheck came in from an affiliate that I had. I made good money out of this, but shortly before we moved houses, before we just gave up the apartment and moved here into the house, it was a very stressful time. And of course, I didn't have the time to then post about food all the time on Instagram. I kind of stopped doing it daily, and then I never got back into it. I don't know what it is. I also didn't feel the motivation to do it. I didn't feel the joy anymore, because I know this sounds super weird, but with blogging about makeup, or doing Instagram with makeup, or YouTube or TikTok, whatever, I also know that I should do something new, something exciting every day. And I don't know about you, but I think it's easier with makeup than it is with food. Because with food, doing something new, something innovative every single day, holy fucking shit, no thank you. And I think the most successful German food bloggers are mainly like barbecue bloggers who grill and smoke and shit. But I didn't do that. I mainly cooked. I have one viral video on TikTok that got like, I don't know, 77,000 views or so. And I just remember that in 2022, I had a cooperation with a German spice company. When you made a certain amount of sales in a certain amount of time, you got for free the big advent calendar that had 24 spices. And I think the full price of the calendar was like 120 euros, something like that. And what I always did, because we, the ones who have like relationships with them, we got the calendars mostly in October already. And what I did, I prepped basically everything. I started to cook from October to the end of November, 24 different meals with those spices, so that I have 24 videos ready for December. In 2021, that went super well. I made so much money with this. I earned, I don't know, like nearly 1,000 euro in a month. And when I did this in 2022 also, I had like 100 views on the videos. 150. So much work for nothing. And that was probably the point. By the way, these shadows are very powdery. That's why I keep on blowing on them. I think that was mainly the point where I just decided, okay, this is not giving me joy. I started this food blogging out of boringness. I don't know. I just started because I love to cook, and I still love to cook, and I wanted to share that. And then I got, you know, the like acceptance of the online community, and people were commenting my food, like, oh my god, this looks so delicious. Then the first sponsors came in. So that was my motivation. But again, I said it already, the motivation just went off. And in 2022, I already had my Instagram account online because I started posting like very shitty phone pictures all through 2021 already, or 2022. And in 2023, after we basically moved, I did my office here and had my good makeup table, and I kind of felt this wish inside me. I want to give the beauty community a shot. I think I can say that, I have a talent for social media. I have a talent to just say what people at this moment not only want to hear, that's not the right thing that I want to say. I have a talent just to influence people. Is that right? Can I say this without sounding bratty or so? It's the same at work. I have a talent for networking. I think that is the better description. I have a good talent for networking and to just speak about things that is like in the sense of time. So I thought, why not use this on beauty? Because I can combine three things. My talent for networking, my fucking love for beauty, because at that point my whole collection was already turned over into luxury high-end goods, and I started to get into indie brands and I wanted to talk about these brands. And 3, I could give my own business just another chance, maybe just with a new topic. And I told him what I want to do, and his reaction was like, oh, I'm actually surprised that you're not already doing this behind my back, because I feel like you do, but but I was like, yeah, I do. Oh my god, oh my god. I touched my eye with a brush. Oh, that was disgusting. But I told him I need equipment. That's my problem, because it's 2023. Nobody is watching YouTube videos that have shit quality. So I was telling him I need a camera. I need not only a camera, I need a microphone, I need lighting, I need everything. And he was like, okay, we do this. And we invested a lot of money in this. So hopefully it turns out good. But so far I think it does turn out really good. And he is very, very invested in this. He does a lot of research. He was actually the one who then started to research about lenses. I mean, again, if you've been here for longer, you know this, but if not, in like the years end of 2023 and the beginning 2024, I changed my lenses here a lot. I had the like kit lens that came with the camera that I use, and I had another lens that I bought, a really cheap one from Sony, but it did not do what I wanted to do. So he started to research on on lenses, and we ended up discussing this, and he was like, you know what, do it, invest it. So I invested, I don't know, lenses are fucking expensive. If you want to have a camera, the camera is like the cheapest part of it. The lenses are killing it. Because I then invested again over 1,400 euro in 2 lenses. I also invested in good lighting. I bought a new microphone. When I filmed this, I just ordered a new setup for my microphone on Amazon because I don't like the way it's echoing here. And I saw in an Instagram story from another content creator what they do with their microphone, and I thought this is genius. So I want to try that out before I don't know, like stick foam here in that wall, because it's too echoey in this room. But that was not the question. The question was if my husband does know it. No, he doesn't. He still is blocked on all my socials. He still doesn't know the name, but I'm actually thinking about showing him. I don't know. I know that he wouldn't watch it because he just does not really care for makeup. But my colleagues, my workmates, they don't know that either. My friends doesn't know this. Well, a couple do. My best friend knows what I'm doing. A couple friends from university know what I'm doing. But it's different. With my food blog, I was proud showing this everybody. I think it has a lot to do with German mentality, because you just have to scroll through Facebook here in Germany when there is an article about a German content creator. Or, for example, in a bigger city nearby, there are two girls who dance on TikTok. They do dances in public. It looks cool. I was on their profile. It looks really cool. I would never dance in public, so heads up for that. And I enjoy the content of those two girls. They got so many comments on Facebook. And what do they do for a living? Why can't they do something for society? And can't they work? The German mentality towards online content creators is so hateful that I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have weird comments maybe from colleagues. I don't want to have that. My parents know that I do something online, but I haven't told them exactly what. They just know that there is something. And that's it. At one point, I will definitely tell everybody, because, I think for what I'm doing now, I am quite successful, and I like that, and I like the way it grows, and I can't wait to see in what direction this is growing. But again, German mentality with content creators is so toxic. It's disgusting. I can't understand that. They're not doing real jobs. They don't earn money. And I'm like, come on, Brigitte, which is a German name. These content creators make 10 times of your income in a month. And content creators also have to pay taxes. They have to pay for insurances. Here in Germany, you cannot live without insurance. It is a legal thing. You have to be health insured here in Germany. It's not possible without. Even if you're self-employed, you have private insurances. I kind of lost the point here in that topic. So to answer the question, no, he still doesn't know, but I'm thinking about telling him. Is that in the States and in other countries the same? Are people so aggressive and anti-content creators? Please let me know if this is just a German thing, or if it is in the States too, because I feel like in the States it is not like that. But again, I only see parts of your lives there. What is the best palette for every day for you? That's quite hard, because I don't think I have a palette that is the best for every day. This is quite a hard question for me, because I have at this point over 200 eyeshadow palettes, and I love them all. But to be honest, when there is a day, let's say I overslept and I have only 15 minutes to do my makeup. First of all, I would probably just go out without makeup and do not do the hassle. But if I had to do my makeup then, and I really have to use all the full shebang in 15 minutes, it would be Lisa Eldridge Vega. I don't know what it is, but this 6-pan palette has my fucking heart. My French Grey in there is nearly empty, and I need a backup. So I hope when she's coming out with new palettes this year that there will be also restock of the singles, because I need a French Grey replacement. Oh, matching the topic, how do you find good Asian makeup? They all look so cheap. I agree. Asian makeup a lot of the times looks very, very cheap, but I think I can't tell you this. I don't know where this comes from. Mainly, I'm honest with you, I think mainly it is because I watch other Asian creators. For example, I love Gulen Japan and Freya68, I think is her name. They're both Asian content creators, and when they swatch something, when they talk about something, I immediately feel drawn to. And I guess when you then just tried one of the brands they talk about, you kind of get a feeling what else from the brand is good. So for example, from the brand that this palette is from, the first palette that I tried is a 32-pan dragon palette. I have a video on that. It's beautiful. I'm planning to do palette bingo next week on that, so fingers crossed I don't forget to do that. And then I came along Girl Called, and I saw some swatches and I'm like, oh my god, they look amazing. So I went on LOOKHEALTHYSTORE and see Beauty Mall, looked what they had from Girl Called. Then I ordered some from Girl Called without really thinking, and I fell in love. To be honest, with Asian makeup, because of their very different take on makeup, it's a lot of trial and error. So far, let me just look at my palette section over there. I don't think that there is Asian makeup that really disappointed me at this point. And to be honest, when there is nobody who talked about a certain thing, I just look at the pictures. And if they get me, I buy it. For example, I ordered from LOOKHEALTHYSTORE I think it's a 10 pen chrome eyeshadow palette. I have never seen swatches of this. It's bright pastel shimmer chrome shades. Not even my vibe because it's pastel, but for whatever reason I felt very drawn to it. I also ordered the Chameleon brand. Is that the name? Is it Chameleon? They have 6-pan palettes and they have like little insects on top of it. So I don't know what the exact name is, but I ordered one with a red color story because it just speaks to me currently. So my best advice on Asian makeup is if you feel inspired by the swatches and by the packaging design that you see, look it up on Instagram. Look if somebody has done swatches, and it doesn't matter if you understand what they have written, because some of these posts are just truly Chinese or Japanese or whatever. I don't speak these languages, but you can translate that, and if they are able to capture this really nice, then why not try it? And you don't have to order, I don't know, like 4 or 5 items. Just order one specific palette, see if you like the formulation, and then move on. If I didn't fall in love so much with the formula of the Dragon palette, I would not have looked into this brand again. But now I have 4 other palettes from them. So what does that tell you? How do you stay so motivated and organized? For real? I have no fucking clue. I don't know. There are days where I'm like, I want to quit that all. I don't know why I do this, but then I read your comments and I dig into new makeup releases and stuff, and I just... Okay, every day that I upload a video on YouTube, for me, it's 6 p.m. I don't know what time it is in your time zone, but it's, again, 6 p.m. for me. I am so excited the whole day for that upload. I splattered foundation, oh my god. And not only the whole day, as soon as the video is up, I constantly keep refreshing my YouTube Studio app to see if someone commented. Sometimes when I forget to refresh, I look in that app like after an hour and I see there are 4 or 5 comments already, and I'm like, oh my god. The problem just is that I'm too lazy to answer them on my phone. I just love to sit down on my computer and then answer them with the computer. And I think as long as I can stay so excited for a YouTube video, so nervous sometimes, you know, when you upload maybe some more controversial stuff. Yes, I'm sometimes a bit anxious about that. But when I then hear your feedback, it's worth it. It's worth the interaction, it's worth everything. And the fact that I achieved so much in a little bit over 10 months is also very cool. I just try to tell myself that all the work, all the lack of sleep, all the free time in my life outside my full-time job that I'm currently using for university or YouTube will pay out at some point, and I will look back at this time and tell myself, yes, that was worth it. I mean, it's already worth it, but I don't think that this is the... Oh my god, can you please come out here? I don't think that this is the end of my journey. My journey just began. What are your top 5 favorite brands? Oh my god, this is super hard. I really have to like look here at my stuff, but I would say out of the gut, no specific products, just the 5 first brands that I think of is Amaya Beauty, definitely. Chanel, kind of. Lisa Eldridge, Gloss Gods, and Danessa Myricks. These are at least the first 5 I think of. when you talk about favorite brands, for Gloss Gods, I think it's clear why. For Isamaya, too. Vanessa Myricks, I just appreciate so much her approach on makeup, on items, on multi-use, and everything that I have tried so far from the brand, I like. I really do love. I mean, that powder serum that I used now for the very first time, I can't tell yet, but honestly, so far, this looks freaking amazing. I feel very, very nice on my skin. So first impression, check. Her eyeshadow palettes, even the Groundworks, those neutral ones, I love them. The Lightworks, I love them too. The balm thingy here, that's in my focus box. Let me just sneak peek. It's nearly empty. I ordered a backup. The backup is already here because I don't think I can live without this. The Chrome Flakes, amazing. I think, yeah, the Vanessa Myricks has its spot in here. Lisa Eldridge, too. Everything that I've tried from Lisa Eldridge is a win. The only thing where I'm like, okay, I don't need more of them, but I like it, are actually the eye pencils. They're not my vibe. I have the golden one. I like it, but it's nothing that I would repurchase, like the Victoria Beckham pencils, for example. I think that's a really good choice of brands. Does that mean that they all hold my top favorite products? No, it just means that they have products that I feel very, very confident about. What is your favorite food? And I don't have to think about that even twice. If I had to stop eating everything else and I can only have one certain food for the rest of my fucking life, as breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sushi. It would be sushi. Sushi every day, all day. Whenever we have a bad day. You know, do you do this emotional eating? Like, I'm not talking binge eating, that's something else. I mean, like, you had a really bad day and you need some comfort food. For some people, this is getting a nice, super good cheesy pizza, or going to your favorite restaurant. Just a little pick-me-up. Or just get some takeaway burgers and then sit on your couch with your partner and just have a cozy day to just end maybe a shit week or something. For me, this is sushi. It's my birthday also in a week, and when we have birthday, we don't gift each other things because we share the money, so why should we gift something? So we either go at some good place to eat, or just someone gets their favorite food. Like, I do cook all the time, but sometimes it's just, I don't know, you just want to have something cool for your birthday. And I already told him, even though we get sushi like once a month, I want to have a super unhealthy amount of sushi for that day. I don't care. I want to spend like 150 bucks just on sushi until I die. So I guess my love for sushi is real. Do you still work full-time? Yes. I take this now as a compliment that maybe someone can assume that I make now so much money with YouTube that I don't have to. I'm sorry that I have to disappoint you. I have to still work full time. And me and my husband, we already discussed the scenario. What if in a dream world, I earn so much money with the social media thing that I technically don't have to work anymore in my job? And I have to admit, I wouldn't quit. I would still keep on working, but I would reduce hours. I currently work the normal 8 hours, so maybe I would go down to 6 or even 4 hours. I just don't want to live only in the social media bubble. I don't want to surround myself only with people from that bubble, because I think that is the moment when people start to get entitled, because they lose touch with reality outside of YouTube or outside of social media in general. So I think I never will stop working a normal job outside social media. How do I start my own YouTube channel? I wanna, but I am afraid of. What are you afraid of? Just do it. I know this sounds super easy, but just try it. And if you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to keep on doing it. I think for me, the hardest part was showing my face on social media, because with the food stuff, I didn't do it at all. But I knew just when I do makeup on social media, I have to show my face at one point. And so I started small by showing my voice in a Instagram story, but not the face. Then I showed my face without the voice, and now I do both. And I'm very comfortable with that. Like, I don't have a problem with this anymore. I see how this is intimidating, and you definitely have to have some practice just with acting in front of a camera. And this is something you have to learn. This is truly something you have to learn. And what the worst part for me then was actually editing. Seeing this face and the voice and the way I talk, that killed me. It took a while to get used to this, but now I don't care at all. By the way, I just used the Victoria Beckham eye brightening pencil, and holy smokes, I like the effect. What the fuck? Who am I? But my general advice is just do it. Just start doing something. And it doesn't have to be YouTube. Maybe start on TikTok. That you can easily do with the phone without a big investment. So many people do TikTok on their phone with just a little bit of daylight, and you can do wonderful videos. Depending on the phone, you can totally film YouTube videos on your phone, but then the lighting has to be, in my opinion, very, very good. And at the end, that is just my advice when you wanna do YouTube the way I do, like with the goal of achieving something, of getting money. But please, and I think I should have said that before, I'm sorry. If you just want to do YouTube for the sake of doing it because you want to express yourself, you want to have fun on the videos, you want to have fun with makeup, you just want to have a good time with yourself, it doesn't matter if you do it with a phone or if you film on a potato. It does not matter. Share it. You will always find people who share your passion. You will always find people who you can then talk to, who you can just exchange opinions. I am so happy that I did this. And I'm sure I do not need the camera, the setup with the lighting, the editing software that I paid so much money for. I don't need that. But it's my own personal standard that I want to have the best quality as possible. That is just me. That is a total me thing. A normal person definitely does not need that. Do whatever the fuck you like, what makes you happy. And when you are able to show this and to live your passion, to show your passion and not changing or like acting weird, then people will notice that and start following you. Quality is going to be a topic at one point, but just enjoy the sake of doing it in the beginning. Not gonna lie, my eye look looks very, very weird over here. I always have a problem with the left eye. So I guess what I want to say with very complicated words, you don't have to be afraid. Just follow the passion. Just follow what you like to do. And you will find people who share that passion, who share your interest, and who are going to support you and your journey. How do you manage university aside a job and YouTube? Same answer as with the motivation question, I don't know. I have to admit that I am behind my schedule in university, but that's no problem. If I don't finish university until my planned time, which would be May 25, that's okay. That is totally fine. I mean, I work full-time, I have YouTube. It would be a, I don't know, like an act of hero-ness if I were able to do this. Like a full-time university thing and a full-time job is bonkers. I don't know who I thought I am. But it takes a lot of discipline, dedication, and you have to be willing to just sacrifice other things, like vacation. Do you regret not starting earlier when beauty gurus were still on trend? Is that question a bit of insulting? Like, who told you that beauty gurus are not on trend anymore? Personally, I think that longer YouTube form content in the makeup world is getting back in popularity because people just realize the dishonesty of certain TikTokers, of big TikTokers. Like, Talking Michaela, Glamzilla. Who the fuck is believing those people? I mean, everybody who believes them, it's your fault. I'm not sad for you. I don't have any type of feelings for you. It's just your fault. And I think people just suddenly realize that you cannot review a product in a minute. And even though TikTok allows you to upload 30-minute videos, who's watching a 30-minute TikTok video? I certainly not. I'm already annoyed when the video is longer than 2 minutes or so, because on TikTok I specifically come for short content and not for long form content. And to be honest, little commenter, I think the fact that I was able to gain over 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube in 10 months, while the average pace in the YouTube world is at 23 months for 1,000 subscribers, just tells me two things. A, beauty YouTube is not out of trend, and B, I do something very, very right. That's why people subscribe to my channel. Personally, I'm very happy that long form content is coming back. I can't wait when we have, history repeats itself always, and so do trends. And I can't wait for these chatty get ready with me videos with questionnaire parts, or just tutorial based stuff is coming back, instead of people yelling at me on TikTok over every single launch how amazing it is and how much you need this. I'm missing the honesty, from the beauty days. And I think this has nothing to do with sponsorships also. I can still be sponsored by a brand or have affiliate codes with a brand and be honest. Like, both is possible. I know, crazy. So thank you for that insult, and thank you for the question. And to answer the question, I do regret it and I also don't. I have to admit, I started a YouTube channel when I moved, when I had my first own apartment, because then I had the place and the quietness to film talking videos. But at that time, I mean, I was 23, 24. I just wasn't that self-confident as I am today. So I'm also kind of happy that I did that longer. I stopped after half a year or so. But that borderline insult is quite funny. Do you think beauty gurus are out of trend? I think the word beauty guru is out of trend because I'm not a guru. I am just a beauty passionate. What do you do for work? By the way, I'm using another product now that I haven't used so far. This is the ABH Brow Freeze Gel. I bought a mini when this came out. I know that brush. Isn't that the same brush as the Benefit Brow Setter has? The bristle ones? Okay, let's try it. I am currently a training and quality manager. That means my responsibility is to make sure every project in my company has all the knowledge that they need, and I am basically responsible for quality. If you don't know, I work in a call center, and I started out as an agent on the phone. I became a trainer really fast, so I was responsible then for the onboarding, and I started to do just more tasks in the past 2 years or so, and since January 1st I'm officially the training and quality manager. So this is a new role that was specifically actually made for me and my tasks, and I like that brow gel. But I also do a lot of things with just KPIs. I talk with the company we are doing the calls for. I am in quality calls, I am in performance calls, I do data reporting, a lot of Excel stuff actually. Where do you get your inspiration from? By looking at the palette. I know it sounds super weird, or not weird, I think it sounds a bit entitled, but I actually, when I look at a palette, in my mind, I already see looks. I see combos, I see vibes, and if there is a palette where I don't see that, then the palette is not for me. That is just very simple how I decide. Sometimes I do browse through Pinterest. So what was it? I don't know, there was one video where I even put in a Pinterest inspiration, and I started to save posts on Instagram. I created a private collection for me that I called Recreations, and I just save some posts that I find through this explore page on Instagram that just looks awesome. The first one that I saved is an all gray smoky eye, but with red lashes. I want to do that, but not today. I could do it with this eyeshadow palette actually. I could do it with any gray. That was not the question. But yeah, my inspiration I mainly actually get just from looking at the palette, because my brain is just able to connect the colors and to see visions. If I don't feel the vision, we have a problem. Then the palette is just not for me. Sometimes a brand releases a palette where I don't feel the vision. For example, the Element 115 from Adapt Cosmetics, I didn't feel the vision. But then I kept on watching tutorials with this palette, and then I saw it. My brain was able to just do the puzzle, and then I saw it, and I have to admit I have used it once since I got it, but I see it. Weird question, but can you show us pictures of your younger selves? I'm dying to know. Oh boy. I don't know if you're ready with this. I already told a couple times that I was in my 14 years, like in my teen years, like the emo kid. Unfortunately, no photos of that time exist anymore. How sad, I know. But later on, I have to admit, I was very, very early in my youth into tattoos and piercings. And my first tattoo, my first legal done tattoo I got with 18. And then I kept on doing. And I'm honest with you, if I ever earn enough money, I will keep on doing this, because I still have plans and I want to be covered in ink neck. Like, actually, I would also wear face tattoos. Not in the middle of the face, but like here, and maybe getting here or on the forehead. I would totally do that. And I want to have my hand tattooed. I want to have both hands, I want to have my whole body covered in ink. But with the piercings and shit, it began basically when I turned 18. I turned 18 in 29. So when I was 18 and I was able to get piercings and stuff done, of course I did it. And this photo is from 2011. That is 13 years ago. I was 20 in that photo. First of all, I had a stretched septum. This is a thicker ring that I wear today. I think this was a 2mm ring, but I had that septum stretched up to 4 or 5. So I had a little tunnel even inside, because I love that. I love the body modification scene. And you know, the triangle, the one in the middle, I just loved this combo. Then we have this one from 2012. My hair is a bit different, but still kind of the same. And the next photo that I found is, I think, from 2016. Yes, I know. Short blonde hair with a little bit of brown going on. You see my love for mascara, but brows? What are brows? Like, who's saying brows? We had no brows in that time. And the lip piercings were already gone, but still the big ring in the nose. Can you believe that this is me? For the tattoo, probably. Long, thick, black hair. Yes, I know. Sometimes I'm sitting here like, should I bring back the black hair? But I just remember what a pain it is to get out. So, I don't know. But I love that. And I had brows. They looked horrible. But I had brows. And I started to only wear a little ring in the nose. Here we have another one. This is in my... Oh, this is my old apartment before we moved the houses. And I think this red one is... It must be end of 2018 or beginning of 2019, something like that. Short red hair. And after that red hair phase, I slowly became blonde. So I've been staying like this since 2019, 2020. I'm honest with you, the first photo with all the piercings, that was my favorite face actually. I like that. I hope that is now soothing your curiosity. And is that what you expected me to look like when I was younger? where are the times? What has been the biggest impulse buy that you've regretted? Oh, that is a hard question. This is not truly an impulse buy. This was a purchase that I've done. I thought about buying this, but I was always like, I can't do this because of the price, and for whatever reason, at some point it manifested in my head, and then I couldn't stop looking at pictures of that product. And it's not makeup. It's not a makeup item. Because you were asking for a big one, so I have a big one. I think some people will now scream, cities will burn down, and the Dyson Airwrap. I said it. Don't get me wrong. I think the Dyson Airwrap is such an amazing blow dryer. Blow dryer. I haven't touched my Airwrap in a year. My husband uses it. He uses one of the paddle brushes that comes with, and then he uses the normal blow drying attachment for his beard. He has, I don't know, like until here, a bit of a longer beard, and he is styling it with this. And he loves the Dyson Airwrap because just the air that's coming out is just better, stronger, and good, like in the direction how it is designed to style a beard. That's why we still keep it. I did use it in the beginning, and I was so disappointed in the straightening brushes because they did not straighten my hair. No, it looked horrible. I like the curling attachments. They are pretty nice, but for my length, they're just useless. And then I just basically air dried my hair and used the straightener the next day until I got the S straight. This changed my life, and I honestly wish I didn't buy the Airwrap. So I would say this is not a true impulse buy because I did think about getting this a while, but the decision to now cave in and buy this, that was an impulse decision. I should have waited. Hobbies besides makeup, TikTok, IG, or YouTube. Definitely cooking. Cooking is my passion still, or now again. And when we moved houses, I designed a dream kitchen. I mean, I'm talking about nearly 12 meters of like kitchen counter. I have a five attachment thing, like, you know, the gas stove, the burners. And I have 5 spots to cook there. I have a high-tech oven. Cooking is just a passion, and I have, I think, like every cool gadget for the kitchen that you can get, aside of Thermomix. Thermomix is just, no, this will not come into my house. But also music. I play the piano. I was in an orchestra over 10 years. I play several different instruments. I had singing lessons. Music is definitely a passion of mine too. And gaming. I love gaming. Like, I'm not talking, oh my god, I love gaming, I'm such a gamer girl. No, truly, I think at a certain point I was addicted. In my early 20s, even like 18, let's talk 18, 19, 20, something like that, I was so into gaming. I had over 1,000 hours on Counter-Strike. I love that. Now we don't have a gaming PC anymore. We are into like PlayStation and Xbox and Elder Scrolls, Ghost of Tsushima, Assassin's Creed, Fallout. I love, I think, like more role-play games with open worlds. I love to walk around, find directions, loot stuff, have cool missions, a good story. I need a really good, like, moving story. And my favorite game of all time is Death Stranding. First of all, because I'm in love with Mads Mikkelsen and he plays the antagonist there. Then I love Hideo Kojima, the way he does his games. It's more like, oh, we are... you're buying a movie and you have short gameplay parts in it. I love it. I can't wait for Death Stranding 2. Assassin's Creed is just like a vibe. I started Assassin's Creed years ago with Assassin's Creed 2 with Ezio, and I'm just currently playing Odyssey for the 3rd time. That's how much I love it. So yeah, for me, this is a hobby and I love it. And now I'm applying the Lisa Eldridge Dancing Rose Lip Gloss that finally was in stock when I ordered. Ooh, The applicator is very nice. It's a pink glittery gloss. It is exactly what I wanted to have. How do you deal with all the negativity and hate online? Actually, I call them just out. I call them out. I go into confrontation directly because I don't have the time to, I don't know, to be sad about this. I will not say that this is easy. There are comments that are harder than others. For example, when I showed the Izamaya penis lipstick, somebody reacted to my Instagram story and told me that I'm glorifying rape. That was the moment where I'm like, what the fuck, shut up, you little bitch. I was really mad. But other comments, I just call them out and I don't mind. See, that is the thing that I just meant. Over 10 years ago, when I first started a YouTube channel, I was just not self-confident enough. And I'm pretty sure that I would have failed because of the comments. I was not ready for that. But now I'm 33. Like, what the fuck can you comment? Like, come on. I'm 33. I have lines, I have pimples, I'm not thin, I have more on my body. What can you comment that I haven't heard already? You can't hurt me. I'm sorry, you can't. Actually, bad comments are comments still and they push engagement, and I'm honest with you, when my appearance is triggering people so much that they need to take the time to make a hate comment, I'm doing everything right. I'm actually done with the makeup, but I still have the YouTube comments left, so I will just do them rambling about them. So tell us all about the cats. There's actually not a lot to tell. We have 4 of them. Edgar, he just turned 5. Inge, she will turn 4. Hermine, or Hermione in English, I think, she's turning 3 this year, and the youngest one is Waltraud. She is turning 1 next month. Or in June? May or June, something like that. I have to look it up. I think in end of June or something like that. So here somebody had a lot of questions, so let me just go through them. Are you in a big city in Germany? No. The village that I live in has like, I don't know, 150 or 200 people that are living here. And the next bigger city has 60,000. It's a city where I work in. And I'm kind of in between Hamburg and Berlin, both with car. I don't know, like a 3-hour ride or so. These are the next big cities to me. So I live quite quiet near the Baltic Sea, which is nice. Do you go out much? Hell no. I hate going out so much. Like, even going to restaurants I don't do anymore because I feel like this is so overpriced and I can do it so much better. So no, thank you. Do you drive or take transport to work, and which is more popular? Oh, it depends so much on the city you live in Germany. I, of course, take the car because my work way is 25 kilometers and it takes me like half an hour to get there. We have 1 bus, one that is driving here. So public transportation is definitely not a thing in Germany. So many cities do not have a good public transportation organization. It's super weird. Even some bigger cities, the buses are like every 20 minutes. I mean, when I'm in Berlin or so, I hate driving to Berlin with a car. I take the train and then I take the public transportation there because they're like every 3 minutes or so. That is amazing. But in the smaller cities and of course the villages, there's nothing like that. And do you travel to other countries for holidays? I did when I was younger. Now I'm poor. I can't, but I want to. How young were you when you first got interested in makeup? Yeah, 13, 14. Do you have siblings and do you share makeup with sisters or sisters-in-law? I don't have siblings. No, I do have 2 half brothers, but I don't know them really. So I say I have no siblings, and no, I do not share therefore makeup tips with anybody. I do share makeup tips with a friend from university. She was here a couple months ago and we did a little makeup session. That was a lot of fun actually, but I don't have a lot of people who are interested in makeup here in Germany. Do you cook? Like cooking? I think we cover that now, or any other hobbies, same. I like your opinion on things. I think if I lived in Germany, we'd be friends. Oh, thank you so much. That is so cute. What are you studying at university? What's one makeup product you absolutely can't live without? So for the first question, I study psychology of communications and I only have 1 year to go for my bachelor's degree, and actually I want to keep on because I want to have a master's degree, and somewhere in my head I have this wild dream that I could even get a doctor's degree, but that is like dreaming, a lot of dreaming. What's one makeup product you absolutely can't live without? The question is, do you mean for a normal makeup routine and that one item I never skip, or an item that I would even have if I wouldn't have so much makeup? I think for both cases it would be mascara. It's so universal and it just turns every look into something special. Whenever a look looks just weird and undone, mascara will do the job. And that is basically it. Thank you for all the questions that you turned in. I love doing these and I love your questions. You really think ahead, like who would have thought somebody's asking me on how I looked when I was younger? So maybe I can do them more if the response quote is higher. I don't know, maybe once half a year or so. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel because I do very fun things over here, and I hope I can see you in the next one.